Hello. Welcome to episode 3. We're here again.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night.
Jack?
Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Watson?
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Okay. Quite impressive. Are we inside the Big Ben? Are we inside the clock, guys? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, indeed. What an incredible place. So imposing. It's almost suffocating. Suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. No, you are breathtaking. There's some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. Now, taking a sample like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It certainly is. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there is more to differences than just construction materials. Is it? What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice office now, hello son. In the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice? I will not like this office. If we had instructable here at this time of circumstances were different. The reason why is all the clanking will annoy me the hell out of me. We're supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know to that we had arrived from Japan. Kazuma can't. Well, yeah. No, so instead we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma's death. Yes. Have we delivered his or her message and an envoy's duty is done. Well, we have to return to Japan. We want to remain here in Great Britain. Have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Yes, we agree with that. Yes, which means you need to requisite a qualification as a lawyer. is what we'll be studying for. Here in Great Britain, it's the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we are here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way I'll be able to remain here in London. Shuck, I hope I'm up to scratch. Scratch. Good morning. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I smell trouble. Oh, I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems 1 hour and 12 minutes and 47 seconds late. My apology. Wow. It seems I'm 1 hour late. Okay. Oh no, don't mention it. We are happy then we are standing around with nothing too much to do. How fortunate. So introductions, I am Mel Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Oh, I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Ah! Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. A little bit over dramatic. Let's converse. You feel Japanese over romanticized Western? I don't know. It looks like it. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Well, the last 3 times I visited, it was the Big Ben was being renovated, so I couldn't even look at it. Help! I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. Yes, because now nothing eats your eyes. Simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Hodo? Oh, we had a wonderful view of some London street from Carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. For words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, pipe waters and gas. Even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, so satisfied. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Vigor? Yeah. Just might be excited about the upcoming great exhibition we'll be hosting here in London. Great exhibition? Cultural and technological achievement from around the globe to exhibit here in our great city. It will be a great spectacle of its kind of in history that will make Paris, the World Fair, look like a toy shop. I have no recollection of this period. I'm sorry, yeah. I lived in that age and time. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. You mean the one that they exhibit the glass house? Great Britain capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the world. If you say so yourself. The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times will welcome visitor from the land of the rising sun. Lord Chief Justice. I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed for a report on the situation. I understand a young man lost his life aboard the steam ship bound for our shores. Shit. It's amazing. News reached him before we even arrived. The country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. I tell you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy and see that it's true. It is with some regret that I must inform you that that the death of the young lawyer means the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. You will just hear us, Low Strongheart. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Miss Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Oh, he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo. This is it then, the moment of truth. To be honest, I will like, if someone is like, oh, he's dead, it's like, oh, I'll cancel everything. I was like, oh, shut. I was like, oh, the thing is low justice and low strongheart. I was wondering if perhaps you will consider allowing the studies tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me, Britons. I'd really like to see the tour go ahead, but without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain for your country. That was Mr. Atsugi, at least. That is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Lie! Mr. Naruhodo! I can already think here, but not careful what I'm going to say. If there is someone else here in Dragon could describe as a lawyer, it's... Actually, there is no one! It's Miss... Actually, there's no one! It's Miss Susato! It could probably only be... Yes, Miss Susato! Don't kick me out. An unusual introduction? Well, I presume you mean this charming lady beside you? You're a lawyer, are you? The look she's giving me after all the days of hard work she put to help me study. I can't let her down now. I think that's quite enough joking, don't you? Don't you, Lord Asago? My real answer is... It's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualification as such, but... no qualification, you say? Yeah, you still claim to be a lawyer. That's the point! I've acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had a cardsman to help me, and was accused, but closely over to details. I'll be spending every spare moments of the journey here to Great Britain studying. I learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burial. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Well, what you might call full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize this far to show the period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Mr. Sogi's journey was only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I had to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I was an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I will do anything to prove that I have what it takes, and it has you care to send me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please! 1 seconds. Sorry. Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo, it was 31 seconds long. Not to breathe, not to procreate it, a perfectly judged appeal, you will say. Which is a skill that will stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Okay, thanks. So you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Entertainment? But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? Yes, that's my intention. I see. You see? I'm imagining things? Or these expert are a fraction there all of a sudden? Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. That has to become a specially certified lawyer, but your pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? Tell me the test. So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. What? Your timing is perfect, in fact. There is an up trial about to begin later today. No advocates have been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be A welcome news. What, today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of non-guilty, you will have passed my test. Then what could be simpler? Now, how do I get myself into these situations? Well, could I ask what sort of trial it is, Lord Stronghold? Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial. Of course it's a murder trial! An extremely simple case, I understand you really can't lose. That's easy to say, but I should mention, just in case. If the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll put to death? In Great Britain, murders are sent to the gallows without exceptions. Presumably you read that much in your short seat-based introduction to British law. Ah yeah, back in the days. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We will be toying with a mind's laugh. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it is acceptable. But you can't do that, can you? There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. First thing first, he says that no one was appointed to defend him. So in this case, a lot of lawyers didn't want to defend. If I lose, he'll be hanged. He'll be hanged! Mr. Naruhodo, you come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. I agree with that statement. I actually found this very truthfully. Like, you're a soldier, you expect me not to kill anybody? Like, and you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi? I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. It's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trials begin shortly. I need an answer from now on. What is to be? What's deep to be? What do I say to agree to this absurd test? I guess I'll do it. Alright then. If I had to give you a decision now, my answer is I can't do it! I can get the words out! 15 seconds. No decision making this work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So, it's as suspected, is it? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. What? Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to East tomorrow. This conversation is over. Wait, what? Yes, Lord Stronghold? Thank you for offering me a chance. Wait, what? Mr. Naruhodo? I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do? It's alright. I understand. What? You just like that? Okay. It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But soul has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Miss Musato means is that no matter how badly you like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance a trial so trivially will be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of a experiment. A lawyer may fight for his client in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Naruhodo. Change his mind? No, was there something else? What? There's something else? It's probably 20 minutes by carriage to Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said that. I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant, in this case, has literally no one to advocate for him. Ah, yeah, it's what I meant. Like, I think I got it the first time he said that. What? At this point, he can hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense, and if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He's gonna be dead. He'll receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass. But that's awful! But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect me an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. And really his only hope. So, what do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Locke Strongheart? You say it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Oh. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. Must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture to our great city and enjoy yourself. He just... okay. He's gone. The Old Bailey. The Old Bailey! One of my favorite beverage. We're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo. We must leave at once. Why I'm here then? Let's go then. The Old Bailey. Oh, lovely to give a mustache to the body there. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. We're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. And I knew a horse's own carriage could go so fast that all my teeth were going to rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when he climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Sherlock Holmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. Not sure why you are so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there is that. Anyway, I don't understand it. What? The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. He's taking his sweet time to die. So this is Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants is waiting in the ground. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. One thing I always found fascinating about Ace Attorney series is the amount of stress they give you. It's kind of interesting. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. Because it gives you the pressure. It's like saying, okay, he's gonna die, do it. Figure it out. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crash whoever is about to be sentenced. Of course, the story is quite horrible on that side. Feels like only yesterday I was the one about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the man you are to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam. Oh no! We're defending Jack! Sir? We're defending Sean? No, wait, what are you? What are you doing following me here? Things are fairly spirited, are they? Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless face from either east, Irish? How do you say that? Use or use? Use. We're from Japan, yes. Japanese at the rate. Say no more. So, how much does use need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing better appended to my name. How wide is a strange faraway land? Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. This is grand. Let me start by giving you 1,000 of guineas. Say nothing more. What? 1,000 guineas? Please, Miss Usato, you don't have to shout. 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? This is nothing to me at all. I'd like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I'm not able to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. That much rain ever fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Ah, that hit me in the eye. Ouch. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it you, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, that is a little embarrassing. The trial is about to begin, you see. It's for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. Wait, what? So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'll be my lawyer. It's just a little detail now. Well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me. Nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. But it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. Why nobody want to defend him? I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you are to defend this trial? Blood-stirring blazes, do you say? You do not know who I am? Me? One London's biggest name. No, sorry. I only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it's not altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there in the center of London is another beautiful park. Sorry, a park? What? This called Make Gilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. Are we defending a criminal? I donated you to the city, so I did. There's an entire park in central London? A city of smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus or McGill wouldn't do for the city, and a square old people. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. But what? Now they all go to same and good for nothing criminal me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with the London police, I ask ya? Okay. Alright, don't pass out. Mr. Naruhodo. Perhaps now will be a good time to introduce ourselves, while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. Mikhail, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on study tour from Japan, you see. So if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What was I after saying, you daft Egypt? What? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but it wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Wait, what? Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry? I know what you are thinking. This changer fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But is that true? Why the Blazer can be hired the finest lawyer in all England? Yes, that's my point. Because he did it! That's the only explanation. Well, what? Wait, what? What, he did it? What? Oh, well, not at all. What? Exactly? And well, exactly? Yes, exactly. What now? Well, like you said, if you have all the money, but you don't have anyone to represent you in court, there's another logical conclusion that you are guilty of the charges. What? That's harsh. Well, you call a spade in East, so you do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any offense. I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. And I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't, so... Is that so? Because you sounded fluent enough when you were telling me that what a black card I must be. What? I'm terribly sorry. I can say that I blame you for thinking it, fella. It is a little strange, to be honest. Why don't you have a lawyer, I mean? That will be the fault of the Reaper. Reaper? Sorry, did he just say Reaper? Aye, the Green Reaper of the ballet, Lord Baruch Van Zisk, is the prosecutor. The prosecutor? Is the Green Reaper? When Van Zisk stand for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So it's reached a desperate situation, where there is no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the old ballet. Goodness, Lord Baruch Van Zisk. Must be an exceptional talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth? The defendant is summoned and needs counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. Yes, counsel. That will be me. This time. Well done, fella. Let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face, yeah. Not my mind, so I said. Sorry? I decided that I have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance, a student of law, wouldn't you know? It's no accident, I can assure you of that. It's fate. So don't get cold feet now, please. What the hell was that? Literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him. Mr. Naruhodo. The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something the Kazuma will never have allowed to happen. Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you are late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. He'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in British court! I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this! Don't worry. Andrea will take good care of you. Me will get... I, and only I, will take good care of you. Okay. Flamboyant. Jesus. So the court is formed by 5 judges, maybe more. So is this higher courts of Great Britain, told by the centuries of history in this place is palpable. Isn't it so different from, it's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan? Wheels both imposing serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determine a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh yes, what? You're nervous as usual. Your eyes look ready to bow for your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Ugh. A vampire? Oh my god, it's Santa Claus! It's Saint Nicholas! He's even red. In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt of innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilbert. And I'll call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. That must be the rip of the baby. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim with an underworld. Vampire? Counsel for defense, you appear to be Eastern. You speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course, sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Those eyes, please me. Nipponese? Nipponese? Oh no, I have to use this word, it's fantastic. Go around, Nipponese? You are Nipponese! There shall your fear, your doubts, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. Damn, he's angry, bitch. Okay, a cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilbert. Yes, my lord. You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You will be sent to the gallows if you're found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? Well, as I always say, sir, my lord, he's granting to give opportunity to your young. Even if the fella is a student from some little island or in the Far East, this is not the British way to knot the daggers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance. I like to think that our acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Listen to me, Mr. Magley. What a fine gentleman London has in him. You hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please, may you have legal? Wait, what? It seems that everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. Guilt. That's definitely welcome news, since he said I has a way with the words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Yeah, that's really surprising. Eloquent put, Mr. McGill, and most laudable sentiment. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartially. Are you ready to proceed? So, okay, we got it. Yes, my lord, juror number 1. If the task is to send our daughters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At manner, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
And criminals here will suddenly wishing they never set eyes on me.
Why he looks like a criminal? Okay, cool. I feel like chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on my meeting. Must finish this miss for my grants. Mr. Naruhodo, those people are... Jury, yeah, sure. What the hell is that? That's something we don't have in Japan. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? We didn't have it back in the days. That's right. Only ever read about it. Well, here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 judges. The judge passes sentence according to law, but jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. How exactly do the jurors give their verdict? Don't this now? Don't know either. I'm sure it will become clear to try progresses. Fuck! Yeah, fuck! Prosecutor Van Zisk. My lord, it's been a number of years since we've seen you here in courtroom. I thought you renounced your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I will say. Infamy rather than fame. But yes, 5 years have passed since last I spread my wings in this capacity. Yeah, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance on which the court should be aware? I leave that to your imagination, my lord. Just my imagination. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcome your return. Now then, opening statement, I think. Summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. You must only be the only ones on here who aren't aware. The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks, now in the community of Twice Fired Manson. Sorry, Twice. He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. The victim corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service of the street of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust in the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. He is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept this. Okay, thank you. I'll take the photo too. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are... Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by policemen who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves. Taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? These regular gloves had blood on them? Yes, I will accept these evidence as well. When did you get to this? I'm back in the corner before I even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2. Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker Mr. Manson. The other was the accused Manius McGilded. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defender, what say you? Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing. Mr. Mir gilded. To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumbs to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? It is the motion of the carriage, my lord, littling, so it is when I open my eyes again. As was desperate sight before me, the body of a man I never laid eyes on before in my life. Now I'll ask you, what good-hearted soul would rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand. So the blood got on the gloves then, after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, that statement of the driver is only the beginning. But that's not all of it. There were multiple witnesses. The precise moment in which the brig's maker was fatally stabbed. Okay. Ora! Oh my god! They actually got my voice in it! When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will have to hear testimony from this witness first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring out the witness at once.
Objection!